Don't fight your thoughts. Just let them appear and disappear, or let them appear and let them stay as long as they want. Don't push against them. Just like the sound of the birds outside the window, I'm not pulling, needing the bird song to be any particular way. I'm not pushing against it. I don't need fewer birds or more. The plane passing by or the traffic on the street, I relate to it exactly the same way I'm relating to the birds. I'm not pushing it away. I don't need more or less. Helicopter, bird, it's the same. And the thoughts are exactly the same. I don't need to push the thoughts away. I don't need to create any kind of state of mind or state of body. Everything is allowed to just be the way it is. I don't need it to be any particular way. So I'm inviting you to adopt this same attitude in your meditation, in your life, but in your meditation. Just like sounds and sights passing in front of your window, you're not needing your thoughts to be any certain way. You don't need more or fewer thoughts. Stop pushing against them. Just let them be the way they are. But notice when you reach out to them. Notice when you're feeding them. Notice when you're riding that thought train as opposed to observing it. And even that feeling of riding the thought train, that is observed by you. And there's nothing for you to do when that is observed. If it feels like there's too much going on, just take a deep breath and start over. When the attention goes towards an object and starts grasping, that movement towards is observed, that grasping is observed. It's all noticed effortlessly. It's noticed. Did you notice that it's noticed? Did you notice that you're not trying to notice things, but that they are just noticed. It's just observed. I wonder if that makes any sense. I think it makes sense to someone. The feeling of wanting something to change. I want that sound to change, or I want this scenery in front of me to be different. I want it to be brighter, or I want it to be dimmer. I want it to be more colorful or less. Or I want this sensation in my body to be less intense, or I want it to be more intense. That feeling of wanting this moment to be different. You're not doing that. You're not doing it. It's just happening involuntarily. Is it? Yeah, don't believe me just because I'm saying it. The invitation here is to look. When something appears in front of you, a sound, a feeling, a sight, and immediately there's an attitude of wanting it to be different, or wanting to hold on to it and make it more, which is trying to make it different. There's nothing that you need to do. Just relax. Like if you're walking around carrying some tension in your neck, in your shoulder, and it's tight. Maybe you've been going to work and you've been running errands and you've been doing things all with this tightness in your shoulder and neck. You don't even notice it until someone asks you, okay, bring attention to your body and notice what you're feeling. Then all of a sudden you notice, oh yeah, I've been holding this tension. You weren't really doing it, it was just involuntarily happening. So you bring attention to it and you intentionally just relax that. In the next moment, it happens again. You're not doing that, but you're noticing it happening. And when you notice it happening, you decide to relax that. In the same way, when your mind is really active and there's an attitude of pushing things away or pulling things, you can notice that you're not doing it, it's just involuntarily happening. And when you notice it, you can, for a moment, just relax. And you don't need to maintain this relaxed state. Just notice when there's a contraction of holding on, of doing, of pushing and pulling, manipulating. Just notice when it's happening and choose to relax for a moment. Then the next moment it happens again, and then you relax it again, just like the tension in the shoulder. You can notice the tension in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your system. And just relax it over and over. Recognizing that you're not the one who's doing that. It might seem like you are the one who's doing it, and there might be a thought and feeling and an unspoken attitude, a belief that you are the one who's doing it. But hopefully, if you're watching this video, you are open to the idea that maybe that's not you. So take on this intelligent doubt and look, instead of believing that you are this mental activity or this physical movement in the body. Just ask yourself, is this me? Am I this thought process? Am I this attitude? Am I this body? Am I this sensation? Clearly the answer is no, but believing an answer is not going to solve a problem or relieve any pain. That's only going to happen if you look and prove it to yourself. Just see what actually is true instead of believing what you've been believing. You don't need to take on a new belief system. Replace that painful belief with this good feeling belief that might bring some temporary relief. But let go of all your beliefs and just look. Bring some intelligent doubt. Okay. Have fun. See you next time.